Hey guys, what's up? Your boy's back. So, sa mga bago dito, tawagan nyo na lang Mang Femi. Sa lukuyang naipagsapilaran sa Amerika. So, nakita ko kasi, and I have not been consistently uploading. Pero, nakita ko recently, yung subscribers, jump from 4 to 18. So, not a lot, but that's more than what 300% increase ng subscribers. So maraming salamat. And katulad nga ng sabi ko nung nakaraan, I'm hoping this I'll continue doing this pero for a good cause. Check out yung previous video ko about it. Again, there's not a lot of happening, especially now kasi the fall season medyo lumalamig na. Tapos pagdating ng winter, especially pag nandito ka sa Midwest ng US, medyo brutal yung winters dito eh. So, sabi ko nga, ang buhay mo dito parang tumitigil for a few months of the year. Bahay ka lang, trabaho, labas for grocery or yung mga importante lang na kailangan gawin. Wala ganong nagta-travel, wala ganong people who do activities, except syempre yung mga nag-ski, nag-snow. Pag nag-snow may skiing activities. Other than that, you mostly held up sa bahay. So anyway, sayang kasi yung channel ko pa naman, I was hoping I could share cool things na pwedeng gawin dito. So in the absence of that, naisip ko lang I talk about and I don't wanna, it's gloomy, umuulan, pero I don't wanna be gloomy, Debbie Downer kumbaga. Pero I wanna talk about yung reality lang ng I think current situation dito sa US, especially the government. You might have seen a lot of things, and I'm sure anywhere in the world they're looking up to the US in siguro inaabangan nila ano na yung mangyayari, yung presidente namin, ganito ganyan. So, and this is not a political statement. It's not, it's not left versus right. I'm not even a registered Republican nor Democrat. This is just from an outsider's point of view na who's living currently in the US. And by outsider, I mean, I'm a registered independent. Tapos, leaning more onto the more progressive ideas, kumbaga. And if you've been paying attention lately, siguro kung ililista natin yung mga horrible things na nangyayari dito sa US, mas mahaba pa siguro yun sa grocery list nyo. Kasi there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of infighting, especially this year. Actually, yung current administration namin, when I talk about current administration, that means yung presidente, tapos, the House, which is the Congress, which is the House of Representatives, and yung mga senators. They're all from the same party, which is yung Republican, yung right wing na tinatawag, mga conservative. They espouse or they have conservative ideas. Yung administration continues to dismantle, kumbaga, yung mga democratic, yung installed na institutions. So sa constitution kasi ng US, may 3 branches ng government. And they're supposed to be co-equal para hindi lang yung isang branch mag accumulate ng sobrang power, di ba? So that's the judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court, yung pinamataas dyan. Administrative, which is yung presidente. And then the legislative, which is yung Congress nga, both the House and the Senate. Yung presidente kasi namin, he's recently been bypassing or at least ignoring yung Congress. He doesn't follow the court rulings, for example. Kumbaga the people around the president, both elected at saka yung mga inappoint niya, they enable him to do the things na ginagawa niya recently. When we talk about civil liberties, especially if you're an immigrant, there's almost no due process at all. Siguro nakita niyo naman yung mga raids na ginagawa ng ICE dito, yung Immigration and Customs Enforcement or ICE. May mga ICE agents, may mga unmarked vehicles sila, pupunta sila sa mga cities or sa mga neighborhoods na for them may mga illegal immigrants, and the administration is trying to convince the people na, or we're actually just after the violent criminals. But if you look at the numbers, it tells you otherwise, you know. And yung cost niyan is that it's causing, it's terrorizing people, yung mga neighborhoods. Meron nga ako nakita recently, either kahapon or nung isang araw, pumasok yung ICE agents sa isang daycare, which is doon iniiwan yung mga tao kasi dito, iniiwan nila yung anak nila sa daycare para magtrabaho sila kasi walang mag-aalaga sa bahay. Kasi people, hindi katulad sa atin sa Pilipinas, sometimes may mga kasama tayong magulang natin or mga lolo-lola, may mag-aalaga sa bata, may katulong. Dito walang ganun eh. So they're forced to pay sa daycare para mag-iwan ng anak. That's by the time na umalis sila papuntang trabaho hanggang sa umuwi sila, sunduin nila sa hapon or sa gabi yung anak nila sa daycare. May mga ICE agents pumasok mismo sa daycare and grinab nila yung isang teacher doon or worker sa daycare and then pulled her out. Imagine niyo yung mga bata nakita yon or nagkagulo sa loob. If you read the Constitution ng US, you're actually ensured of a due process regardless of your immigration status. Okay? Citizen ka, immigrant ka, illegal immigrant ka, it doesn't matter. Constitution ng US ensures that. So, isa lang yan sa mga nangyayari dito. I'm sure makikita niyo yan sa news. And he's targeting, yung presidente namin, he's targeting yung mga Democrat-controlled na mga cities. Inuna niya syempre yung Washington DC, nandiyan yung LA, ngayon nasa Portland sila, and then Chicago, and then alam ko plano nila susunod is New York. That's ngayon is also cutting mga federal funding sa mga universities kasi masyado daw they're too liberal for him. So unless they sign agreement na we will align with your policies, saka ibabalik yung funding nila. And yun yung mga sinasabi ko na I think if I understand that correctly, dapat yun may approval ng Congress eh. Kasi may appropriations ba yung tawag doon, or meron kasi yan na Congress should decide yung mga ganyan, yung mga fundings, dapat approve ng Congress yan kung tatanggalin yung funding sa isang institution, or for example yung mga universities, dapat din niya may approval nila. Pero he's doing what he wants, I guess. Yung sad part then is that there's not even, I mean, it's supposed to be the Democratic Party who should, at least make a move to stop yung mga nangyayari lately. I mean, the people expect them to do that kasi the Democratic Party is supposed to be for the people. Kaso wala rin maasahan eh. In fact, nung nakaraang election nung November, sino pinatakbo nila? And kung ano yung mga issues na top of the list of people's concern, hindi yun yung ginawa nilang in-include nila sa platform, or I guess they did not convince the people that they're actually for the people. So anong naging resulta? Well, she was resoundingly rejected by the voting population. Mas gusto ng tao yung isa, yung grifter and demagogue, kumbaga. So understandably, people are upset. There is a widespread outrage from the people. Kaya netong nakaraan, may mga protests na nangyari. Nung I think April yata yun, nung may tinatawag na hands-off protests, there were about 3 million people who, different cities sa US, yung mga tao na, you know, expressing their thoughts or against the administration. Nung June, meron tinatawag na No Kings protest kasi para sa kanila hari yung ganun eh, yung kahit anong gusto hindi mababali, di ba? Kailangan sundin. So, yung No Kings protest nung June, there were about 5 million. Tapos netong nakaraan, part 2 nung No Kings protest, there were about I think 7 million yata yung last count nila eh. If that's true, then that was a historic number kasi that's the biggest single day kumbaga protest event. And alam nyo kung ano yung naging disturbing na response nung fragile and juvenile na presidente namin. I'm not sure kung maniniwala kayo pero he posted a AI generated video na nasa fighter plane siya. Tapos kind of siguro nagka-diarrhea and then he literally pooped on the protesters. These are, kumbaga presidente ka, yan yung mga tao, citizens ng bansa mo, who are expressing their constitutionally protected right to free speech. Literally shitting on people. Very presidential. Oh man. I miss the days when leaders are actually held to a higher standard than 3 years old. Sabihin ko sana 4 eh, kaso yung anak ko 4 and I think mas mature pa ng konti. So, kung nag-aral kayo ng anthropology or alam ko yung mga primates ganyan eh. Either chimpanzees or monkey siguro. Basta mga primates, pag emotionally dysregulated sila, either they hurt themselves or kukuha ng anything tas babato ganyan. Pero pag yung mga nasa zoo dahil wala silang so pag kung ano nagpoop sila yun ang kinukuha nila, tinatapon nila sa mga tao. Maybe that's how our president sees all the people who are against him. Gusto niya kasi mag-agree lang dun sa agenda niya. And kaya ako sinasabi nakakatawa kasi I don't think sa totoong buhay hindi siya magkakasya firstly dun sa jet fighter plane. Nakita nyo kung gaano ka-late yun. You have to be physically fit and it's not that. Pangalawa, he can't claim or kasi hindi yan siya napunta ng US military. Kasi yung mga dati, pag may certain age yan, pag nagkaroon ng war, you're supposed to be, if you're male, at a certain age, you're young, you're supposed to serve in the military. Siya nagkaroon yata siya ng mga 5 deferments. 5 deferments, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ka ng official na note na hindi ka pwede for, some reason na valid. Sa kanya, may bone spurs daw siya sa heel. Kaya ito yung title ko pala. Kasi naisip ko, if you're familiar with the speech ni Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg Address, he said, yung after ng Civil War yan, maraming namatay ng mga soldiers from the Union. He just wanted to make sure that hindi mabaliwala yung sacrifice ng mga soldiers na namatay to have a government for the people, by the people, and of the people. Anyway, salamat sa pakikinig sa me. Keep on rambling. Sana may natutunan kayo kahit konti. I don't know. May na-realize na kayo about the US. So, maraming salamat sa mga nag-subscribe. Maraming salamat ulit sa mga nag-like, sa mga nag-comment. May mga nag-comment lately. Maraming po salamat. Especially dito sa mga kababayan natin sa US. And, lang po. See you on the next one. Peace.